PvP Ultimate was one of my first and more memorable servers. It was the second kit PvP server I ever made while on a platform called Omlet Arcade. To first understand what PvP Ultimate is, we need to go back in time and explain what Omlet Arcade was. Omlet Arcade is a platform you may or may have not heard of before. It was a live streaming app that supported Minecraft multiplayer since July of 2016. They had server lists where players could host their worlds and anyone could join them. I discovered the platform in late 2019 and used the platform as a guest user. I then created my account on April 11th of 2020. Omlet Arcade shut down earlier this year on Friday, June the 30th, 2023. The reason being that there are two companies that took part in the funding of the platform. Both of these companies, Binance and Coinbase, had legal problems with their currencies and how people used them. The SEC, a government agency that regulates the financial markets, sued Binance and Coinbase. This made it hard for Omlet Arcade to pay for its users. Lawsuits stacked up on both companies and Omlet Arcade was caught in the middle of it. Omlet must have been struggling financially due to the fact that they needed these companies for funding, and it was already showing signs of struggling throughout 2021 through 2022 with massive decline in its users. I was on and off the platform during this time, and I noticed that more streamers left, and it was hurting the platform's competition and viewership. They needed big streamers on there to keep more users and keep the platform running. It's just sad the platform slowly faded out of existence as early 2023 set in. Moreover, on PvP Ultimate history, PvP Ultimate was inspired from one of my first ever kit PvP servers called PvP Legends. Initially, PvP Legends wasn't as good at the time, and it felt stale after a while of hosting, so I decided on something new. When I started building PvP Ultimate, it became a hard task at first because there was no world edit mod. The only thing that would allow me to build faster was Toolbox, a hack client for mobile users. They had a feature called World Builder, which was a basic early version of World Edit. The funny thing is, throughout the years I'd have to constantly battle people with this client. The great Toolbox war against servers had begun before I even had joined Omlet. Exploiters would use the NBT editor feature from Toolbox against servers to either destroy or troll them. If you don't know what an NBT is, it is a way for Minecraft to tell what an item is and how it functions. People using this exploit could edit the NBT data of whatever is in their player inventory or on entities, and then these exploiters could spawn in anything they wanted, and even execute commands without permission. More notably is the time when PvP Ultimate had tons of Ender Dragons being spawned in. One of my admins was recording at the time and caught footage of the Ender Dragons. PvP Ultimate was then griefed multiple times after this incident. Regardless of the attacks, PvP Ultimate was immune to most of the chaos due to the fact that we had backups of the world. I had to constantly test and find the exploits on my own worlds in order to patch them, and I caught most exploiters before they could do very much damage. It got much worse for cheaters whenever I added the jail system. I had commands spin the player around while constantly being teleported to the jail so they couldn't escape. The common culture of PvP Ultimate was that if you were caught cheating, you were subject to get trolled or kicked from the world depending on severity. Even if the server was a bit scuffed, it still worked, and that's all that everyone really cared about. Something about the weird style of it brings nostalgia to some people because it's a time almost forgotten. My mission is to continue what I once built on here. My idea is it's going to be as close as I can to get to the original, but I want to add newer things and make it a bit more interesting. And when is this, you might ask? Whenever I do the first PvP Ultimate stream, that's when the server is ready. And just because Omlet is gone doesn't mean it's the end of servers. In the meantime, just wait for the stream or community posts announcing it. Since you're still here, go check out this other guy. He's very cursed, I'll say, but you will enjoy it.